Hello everybody, this is Wandering Dancer, bringing you the reading for tonight. Tonight the moon is in the sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign, so we have our little stone gathering over there. Capricorn is the sign of discipline, so let's take a disciplined approach tonight and let's ground and center first. To do that, you want to think about your spinal cord and imagine your spinal cord connecting down into the ground like the roots of a tree. So just pretend you have roots growing down into the ground and feel that cool yin sweetness of Mother Earth. Imagine that cool, sweet energy coming up through your roots, up to where your stomach is. And let it settle there. And then imagine the other half of the tree reaching up into the sky, up through the top of your head, up out into the sky where you're going to feel the heat and of the sky and the sun and the wind. Draw that, soak it up like leaves of a tree and draw that down to where your stomach is to meet that cool, sweet energy. And balance yourself out that way. So in this safe space, we're going to choose our deck of cards. They've already been shuffled. Also, you see the moon cards. It is a waning crescent coming up on a dark moon. And the goddess that's associated with the sign of Capricorn is Hecate, goddess of the crossroads. So here's our two decks. Let's see what the pendulum thinks. Is this our best choice, the top three cards for this week's reading? Is this the most appropriate reading? We're getting a clockwise circle, which is a yes. Thank you. Let's just check with the other stack, the other half of the deck. Is this the best? Are these three top cards the best possible reading for this week? He's saying no. Counterclockwise circle. Thank you, 11. So we're going to take this one here. Draw the top three cards. That's our present, past, and future. Future. So we have Ace of Swords, beginning some sort of project, I feel like. Ace of Swords is our present card. Getting a new start on a chancy sort of venture. Seems very positive. It's going to go well. Recent past, we had King of Cups reversed. So there was a very sweet gentleman or religious figure trying to give you advice, and apparently we were not able to accept that advice. So listen again to your heart and your emotional side. There's emotional wisdom that apparently we have missed out on. And then our future card is Two Wands reversed. Two Wands really speaks of making decisions, thinking through a process, weighing sides. This young woman is standing in the sun, looks like towards sunset, holding a globe, a crystal globe, trying to discern which is the better option. It's reversed. So likely struggling with this choice. You already know which one is the best choice, but it's not the choice that you would want to make. Pay attention to yourself. Usually you already know the answers to your questions. It's just a matter of accepting the answer. I've been asked recently if, when I do these readings, if they're simply for myself, and they are for you as well. I feel like the timeliness is dependent on when you see this video, so you don't need to necessarily assume that this reading is past. If it rings true for you, then it is true for you. I have my story stones also tonight. Let's take a look at these. Sorry for the shaky cam. All right. So what we have is tool, water, yang, fire, air, and yin. Where did Earth go? Oh, he's all the way up here. Earth. Let's get a larger view there. So reading left to right, we've got tool, water, yang, fire, air, earth, and yin. Now looking at the pattern, it seems to form a cross, like the Christian cross. Look at it this way so we get it straight. And in the heart of the matter is a lot of very strong feelings, fire and yang together, very hot ideas and fire, combined with water, so something's getting cooked here. Something is stewing hot in your mind and in your heart. It's bounded by the ability to take action, to create an artifice that will help you. That's tool. And yin, the ability to sit back, think, and let something develop. At the top is air, yang energy, air, your ability to think. And then down here at the root is earth itself. So earth and air are opposite each other where they like to be. So you've got your grounding, you've got the ability to think about this. So what is burning you up on the inside? What is steam making you steam? Take time to consider what tools you have. Take your time. Think. Ground yourself. What's really practical? What do you need out of this situation? That's what Earth says. What do you need out of this situation? And Earth is our sign this week. We are in Capricorn. So looking at the cards again, Ace of Swords, you're starting something. Thank you, stones. You're starting something that's a new project. Let's see what the pendulum has to say about this. So this is a new project that you're working on. You've got good ideas and a good start on it. Now is not the time necessarily for advice. When you're starting to work on a project, the last thing you need is somebody coming in and pulling apart all of your heat and birth of a new idea. So this is a time for enjoying your inspiration and forging ahead. Not that advice is a bad thing. It's a good idea to write down your ideas, record all those beautiful thoughts you're having on this new idea and this new direction. And do keep in mind that advice will be welcome in the future at some point. Now, in recent past, there was somebody who wanted to advise you. Now, we've already talked about just a moment ago, right now with your new idea, it's not the time for advice. But you had some very sweet, strong feelings recently that have you have turned your back on the wiser view of that. So, you know, that might be when the stones we're talking about. You've got something hot and fierce in your heart, and the person or people who could have helped you cool down, you've ignored them. So take some time, think about what you're going through emotionally. Maybe go back to people who you know have given you good advice in the past, and see what they've got to say about what you've just gone through in the last week. And then coming up, you've got a decision to make. 2 swords. There are ways to get input on these decisions that you're making. It's probably related to this new project. So, write down your pros and cons list. Hopefully over the next week you'll have made some progress on your new ideas. It's not, and within a week's time it will be time to sit down and begin thinking through this new project that you started with this Ace of Swords. Start making pros and cons, maybe start reading up on things related to it, and see what good advice you can find after you've enjoyed that early inspiration that comes with the Ace of Swords. All right, thank you so much, Pendulum. Thank you for joining us this week. Here is our altar again. Oh, we didn't even go around the altar. See, there's fire and water, earth, air, and there's our reading. Be well. We'll talk to you next week. This is Wandering Dancer. See you later.